Look, we talked about it last week. If the question was, is it over? And we said statistically, no, it's not. But for the tale to not be written in the stars, City needed to get this one right and needed to win this game for the mental aspects of the sport, which are real. And I think that if we had looked back on the Arsenal performances, while they've picked up points and performances, they haven't been good. And this felt like it was coming. A loss of this nature felt like it was coming. Like the only result, if you look back at the ones that they've picked up, barring the Leverkusen one, have been poor. Like they barely beat Mansfield. I think they barely beat Brighton. There was a couple other results there. Even the Everton one, like it took 2 90th minute goals to see it over the line.
Everton, a strong team.
Everton are a strong team. But this is to your point, Mila. This was how City got back into it, is you mentally beat them in this final. You show them that we're going to slap you up. We're going to show you that you're weaker than you think you are. And now you can kind of puff your chest just a little bit during this stretch of games. And to your point about the points and all that stuff, Arsenal now have to prove it again.
Yeah, not only showing them that they're not as tough as they think they are, but showing the rest of the league. And I have no doubt that people saw that performance and saw the result of that. So people are going to know that there's ways to get at them, that they're vulnerable. They're going to see their facial reactions, watching the City players have to go lift the trophy again. I don't know. This has been the thing with them. This group of players, this manager, is that every time a little bit of adversity comes in, they fold. And this is why I'm completely confident that my team can go on and win it still up until we can no longer do it. Because I have seen nothing otherwise that tells me that Arsenal are these killers that are going to put it away and run off into the sunset. I've seen other teams do it. I've seen players single-handedly do it for other teams. And I don't think they have a single player on that team that can do that, let alone like the mentality as a unit. So yeah, they're welcome to prove me wrong, but we got a couple games.
I like that, Mila. And my take and stance, if you will, has always been I'm not confident enough in you guys or anyone else behind Arsenal throughout the season, but at this point, obviously, just you two. Man, it was pretty convincing showing, and I think you made a very important point that the rest of the league understands. And again, most of the league's not capable of putting the performance together that Man City put together. But in terms of principles, takeaways, etc., just understanding that this team is by no stretch bulletproof. There are ways to get at this team and with lesser quality to adapt what Pep did to an extent, right, and be able to cover up their strengths and really make them work for their. I mean, you put it in really simple terms earlier, Mila. You made them play. That's exactly what that 4-2-4 was. Play, go ahead. And they didn't have it. They didn't have anything there. And another great point you just made. Who on that team is going to take them there, just drag them? No one's capable. They need the full team. They need the full team if they're going to win. And yeah, unfortunately, I just don't see it happening, bro. Arsenal are definitely still going to win.
Yeah, you keep that jinx alive.
I don't know, man. Just deep down, I know.
I think from the perspective of when you're playing in all comps, if you don't pick up these moral victories, that becomes taxing. Like you had to play an extra game, a high-intensity game before an international break, and you still didn't see it over the line.
What international break? None of them are fucking going.
Well, yeah, but whatever. It's still like the principle of they have to sit with it, regardless of if they're going or not. They have to sit with that now for 2 weeks. Then go into a difficult stretch of games. They go to sport. They have Sporting, then they have Bournemouth, then they have you guys, right? Like it's a lot of games that come very fast when you're still playing in all comps, and that's been their biggest. We're high and mighty. We're playing in all comps. That can become a detriment. We've seen that with a bunch of teams this year very quickly. And while I don't think the UCL competition is anywhere near that, right? Like talent for talent, they're still going to be the best team on that side until they maybe play a Barca. This is a very big momentum switch. It feels like it. It felt like it. The way that they responded, the way that loss hit.
You just saw how Bournemouth played, Dylan. That they play very, very intense, a very high intensity game. Like Bournemouth, and again, Not that they needed that 90 minutes at Wembley to go do this. They're going to go at Arsenal. Like at times in the game, they're going to press them very high. And Iraola probably took a look and go, might have a little go with that myself. You know what I mean? Fellow Spaniard as well. You know, why not? So, like you said, Dylan, all 3 comps still to play for. And to what Milo alluded to, the mentality of the team from his perspective. Yeah, that can definitely have an impact. So we'll see in 2 weeks. I think they have a layup draw for the FA Cup to ease their way back into it. But then, Champions League, Sporting are going to be up for it, regardless of if they can walk that or not. And it's going to be. We're going to see how they react. I can't wait.
The thing that honestly, the only thing they have going for them is obviously the gap, and the thing that would scare me if I was Arsenal fan, it's not.
It's one game. It's really one game.
If you beat them,
it's one game if you guys are perfect.
Look, man,
it's one game if you guys are perfect.
Let me finish. In the complete opposite thinking of what I just said about Arsenal, I think these guys on my team are going to take that mentality and the momentum that we just got from that final and continue it out. Obviously, we can't guarantee that. But until we drop the points, I do think it is a 3-point gap. If Arsenal are looking at it, if we're looking at it, it's a 3-point gap. That Arsenal just need to drop one fucking game, 3 points, and we have a chance. Right now, that 3 points is really the only thing that's in their hands, is the way I'm looking at it. Everything else is in our hands because it's a game against them and a game in hand.
Yeah, I
we
just
can
don't know
everything else. And to expect us to win everything, like, sure, it's a little bit crazy.
Do we expect?
Have we not seen it before?
No. We absolutely have. I'm curious to see if anyone uses the blueprint that we literally have all outlined. All of our teams have used.
Fuck the blueprint. Cherokee needs to start.
No, not City.
I know if it's a fitness. I know
the other teams in Arsenal's running. They need to use that blueprint because it clearly works. Like if you make Arsenal beat you, then you can have a game against them. But if you allow them to just hold the possession and do nothing, like they are okay with going horseshoe just back and forth and eventually beating you on a set piece.
That's the way they play. I think, is the fullbacks need to be able to take care of their wingers. I'm not saying their wingers are like phenomenal by any means, but we've seen it multiple times this season. Trossard will beat a man and score. He got completely shut down in that game, and I think that's part of the reason. Like we were talking shit on Saka too. Both those wingers being a non-factor and then having Gyökeres as your outlet, like that's why there was nothing going on. If we want to really be honest, like those guys were shut down, cut out of the game, and then you're asking Rice, Zubimendi, and well, it wasn't Eze, Havertz in the mid, like trying to create something. They're gonna have a little bit more help once Eze comes back, but I do think the focus should be just shutting out the outsides because that's where shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that's a good transition.
They can't win a corner if they get shut out on the outside.
Fair enough.